Hey guys, it's me coming in with another update. I'm sorry that I haven't been as good about keeping you all updated, but I was going to wait to do a 2-week update. But some good things have happened, some bad things have happened. So this video is going to be kind of a bunch of clips mushed together. First good thing that happened was that my lupus doctor, as you know, said that I could start taking my main lupus medication 10 days after surgery. Well, that was this last Monday, and today, well, meaning yesterday, Monday, and it is Tuesday. So I have been feeling great. There's been no complications with any of the other medications that my surgeon have given me. I'm not on any pain medicine other than some naproxen or Tylenol as needed, and gabapentin for the shooting, burning pain that I'm getting that they think is nerves healing. The other thing that is the main exciting thing, the good thing, the two good things about this video that I have to report is that I think that I mentioned this in my last video, and if I didn't, I'm sorry. That on Friday, when I went to my surgeon's office, the nurse that took out the stitches around my belly button and my steri strips, she is wonderful. She was the nurse that did my consult. She was there in the OR. She did that, or did the belly button suture removal and steri strip removal. So she's been every step of the way through me as a patient. With me as a patient, I should say. That was really terrible speaking. Anyway, she told me to call Tuesday with my drain totals because I was almost at the magic number, and she wouldn't tell me what it was because she said a lot of patients fudge the number just so they can get their drains out quicker. Well, you want your drains in, I can't say longer, but you don't want to take them out too quickly because you don't want any fluid under your skin building up because you get a seroma and they have to take it out with a giant needle, and that's terrifying, even though I'm not scared of needles or IVs. I've had way too many to be scared of them. Anyway, so today is Tuesday, so I called their office first thing in the morning, and their office has a surgical suite in the office, licensed, of course, and I caught them before they were about to go into surgery. And the receptionist, their office is so wonderful. They're like, Lauren, how are you doing? I told them what I was calling for, and she said, okay, give me a couple, like your last 3 days drain totals, and I'm going to run back and tell her your drain totals, meaning nurse. And I gave her total. She said, okay, hold on just a second. She ran back, told nurse and surgeon totals, and they both agreed that tomorrow I get my drains out. And hallelujah, that is amazing, because in the past few days, I am starting to have issues with my drains. I know a lot of people in Tummy Tuck vlogs complain about their drains. I have not had issues with my drains. They're just there. They haven't been in my way. We drain them. We mark the totals. I, know how to maneuver around them. I learned how to shower with them. No big deal. Well, a couple days ago, we noticed that I was kind of getting a softball size shape. I can't tell if it's fatty tissue, if it's a reaction to the drain. I can't tell if it's something that will need to be revised by my surgeon, which he will do. And it always stays hotter than the rest of my body temperature, which is never good. But it stays draining, and it's draining the amount that it should, and it's normal. I mean, the drainage is normal. So there's that drain. Then the other drain on the other side, like 2 days ago, I noticed that the stitches are coming out. Now, when you get drains placed, they will stitch them into place just to hold them. Now, that's just for extra protection of them coming out. And so I've been extra paranoid ever since. And it has been extra painful ever since. I don't know why that would make it more painful. If that means that it's more flexible, movable, I have no clue, but it has been more painful. So my non-bothersome drain has become increasingly more bothersome. But tomorrow, all of that will end. And so hopefully I will have clips at the end of the vlog showing that. And I will also insert pictures. My husband did take pictures of my drain sites. Sorry about that. My 2-year-old ran in the room and was about to wreak havoc. Anyway, the other thing that I am noticing is you have seen pictures of my healing process. I have not shied away from sharing. However, I have learned that overdoing it is bad. I did mention I cleaned the house and I swelled. The other day, I did the dishes, and that made me swell. And I did pick up a little bit, but I have a huge grabby hand. It is down here next to me somewhere. But it's one of those, it's got a long pole with a hook on the end and a trigger that you can pull to pick things up, and I stand 5 feet tall. So I literally can stand, this grabby hook is 30 inches tall, or long, not tall. So I can literally stand up, even though I'm still a tiny, the teeniest bit hunched, and pick things up using the grabby hook. So I'm not physically bending down to pick things up, which is good. Today, though, I did a major oops. So my mom and my dad and my brother were here to help with the kids. My dad had a stroke in January, and so he has to come along everywhere that mom goes. And my brother, my kids love my brother, so he was here too. So basically, our Schwann's man came. I don't know if where you are, Schwann's is a thing, but if not, it is a food delivery service that comes every 2 weeks, and you can buy food, ice cream, they even sell pies sometimes, full hams. It depends on the times of year. Anyway, my husband is addicted to ice cream, and if you ever see my husband, he is rail thin. I am super jealous because he never gains any weight. Well, he literally gets Schwann's ice cream every week. So every week the Schwann's man comes. Well, I have a farm dog. My husband is a farmer, self-employed farmer. And we have a farm dog. He's half border collie, half mutt. He's got the border collie colorings, the red border collie colorings, but you cannot tell other than that he's a border collie, how he looks. He acts like a border collie though. Anyway, but he is a jumper. He jumps on everyone that he meets. And it is not a aggressive jump. It's an please pet me and love me because I am an attention hog dog. We've always joked, the FedEx man who delivers to us and the UPS man that delivers, they know him by name. His name is Jax. They know him by name. They know he jumps. They love him because they know that he is not going to bite them. Even the mailman, if the mailman has to bring a package to the door, they know there's no way he's going to bite them. He just is going to jump. You give him a pet and he's immediately going to get down. Well, the Schwann's man is not a fan of my dog. So literally every Tuesday, every 2 weeks on Tuesdays, he comes and I have to go outside and hold Jax's collar. Jax is a runner, and so we have one of those electric shock training collars on him because our house is not far from a highway, even though we do live on a farm. So anyway, long story short, I just have to hold his collar because he is an outside farm dog. Anyway, Jax usually, I'll hold his collar, he'll lay down on the porch and just kind of give up and not play dead, but just say, really, you're going to hold my collar, lady? Or he might try to jump once. Today, okay, let's put it in perspective for you. My dad's had a major stroke. My mom has a shoulder injury, and my brother is autistic. Or he has Asperger's, so not fully autistic, but he has a phobia of dogs. Sorry about that. Anyway, so basically, nobody could hold Jax but me. And like I said, usually he doesn't do anything. Today, for some reason, I don't know if it's a sign of the moon, if it's I don't know why. But literally, he could not stop trying to jump and run with the Schwann's man. And I had to hold him back. And I thought I was using my arm strength. I worked out a lot before I had surgery. I was not using arm strength. And I came inside. I had to have Philip is my brother. I had to have him bring in my purchases. And I literally told my mom, I said, I think I'm going to throw up. There's something seriously wrong. And I looked down, and the top part of my belly button was poked out, and my stomach kind of was doing this. The one side that my incision is a little wonky looking is the side that swells the worst and hurts, like when I have a lot of pain, hurts. And it looked like a ramp. It was much more swollen. I had not taken opioid pain medicine in a week. I took some. I was miserable. I immediately put on an ice pack. I immediately put on my Arnicare gel. And my family did not let me do anything the rest of the afternoon. And my husband definitely did not when he got home and when he saw it. And it's still very swollen. You've seen in videos previously where I look very flat for being a week out. I now look like I am kind of pregnant. So, long story short, do not do dumb things if you think you are able to, because it will not end well. I thought I could handle it, and he's never done that before, but don't put yourself in those situations. I should have just let the dog jump on the Schwann's man, even though the Schwann's man has dogs, but I guess he just does not appreciate being jumped on by Jax. So anyway, I took a naproxen tonight because I did not want to take any more opioid pain medicine. I'm not a fan. I got this off of Walmart.com. It's called the Theri X1 Gel. It is a big ice pack. It's a gel ice pack, and it actually has like straps. I don't know if you can really see that. It has straps where you can strap it around your tummy or wherever. And obviously I can't do that, but it's perfect to just lay over any swelling areas. So I'm trying to do that. It does not work as well to put it in a freezer, because of course then it freezes in whatever shape you put it in. I like to put it in the refrigerator. I know it doesn't last as long, but it works. So I'm still watching what I eat, still trying to drink lots of water. I still have my slip-ups, but other than that, I just started drinking some pineapple juice, because apparently pineapple juice is good for swelling too. I am hoping also tomorrow I get fitted for my compression garment, and hopefully that will help too. I'm just really hoping that this bad swelling goes down before I see him, because if not, I'm going to pull up pictures and say, look, I did not look like this. I was flat as a board the other day, but then my dumb dog. So I will hopefully shoot something on the way to the doctor's office after the doctor's office, and let you guys know, and then you will see this all together. I'll try to take a picture of, or a short clip of my stomach in the morning before we go, because technically I am a week, so 7, I'm 11 days post-op. Tomorrow will be 12. So I am very lucky. I give getting the drains out 12 days post-op, and both of them too at the same time. So, like I said, I will keep you all updated tomorrow, and hopefully I will talk to you then. Bye. Hey guys, I am on my way to get the drains out. I did not get a picture taken of my stomach, but let me tell you, I look pregnant. It's very painful today. Ouch. Every bump in the road, even putting pressure on my stomach today hurts. So I'm nervous as to what he's going to say. Yeah, I will let you know how it goes. I am not going to be one of those brave people that videos the drain removal. If you want to see that, go Google some other drain removal procedures. There are tons of them on YouTube. But I will let you know how it goes after, on the way home, if I'm up to it, or later on tonight. Hi guys, I told you that I would give you an update, and I'm sorry that it is so late. It is about 10 o'clock at night. So I did get my drains out. It was not painful. I could feel them coming out of my skin right at my hips, but I could not feel them like in my body. So that was nice. I got fitted for my compression garment. I'm sorry, my 2-year-old and my 6.5-year-old are in the room, and they are awake. Our lives are kind of turned upside down due to the surgery. They're getting shuffled between grandparents and my brother, and so it's just been very, very difficult for them. So their schedule is very out of whack. So please, no mom judgment. Anyway, so I got fitted for my compression garment. They tried to put me in one size. I told you I was very swollen today, so they put me in a size larger and sent me home with a size smaller, because they think next week I will be in the size smaller. Now, they also took pictures. I got to talk to my surgeon. I showed him the drain sites after the drains were pulled. He said one side could be a dog ear. He said it needed to have time to heal a little bit, though, before we can make final judgment. The other side, he said, it's on your hip towards your butt, and you didn't get a full body lift, so it's hard to really say if it is fatty tissue, if it's the drain site, or what's going on. However, it was the side that the stitch was falling out. So the nurse, my husband, died of laughter because the nurse squeezed me tight into this compression garment, and it took quite a while because the larger size of compression garment goes to my ankles and all the way up to under my boobs. The smaller size goes under my boobs, but then hooks under the crotch. So this larger size took a lot more work to squeeze on, but the larger size is crotchless, so that's kind of convenient. However, I live about an hour from my surgeon, and I got almost home, and I started noticing it wasn't about 80 degrees here today. I was like, man, I'm getting really cold, and my husband, I've told you before, is rail thin, and he wasn't running the air conditioner in our truck very hard. But I was getting really cold, and by the time that I got home, I was shivering. I came in, I got under 3 blankets. I was still shivering. I put on a hoodie, I put on sweatpants. I was still shivering. My fever got up to 103. So I called my surgeon, and he told me, he said, well, do you think it's an infection? Because I did tell him at the appointment that this last Monday I did start my lupus medicine, so my white count is down. He said, well, that will slow healing, so we're going to keep an eye on that. But he said, do you think it's an infection? Do you have any pain? I said, no pain. I'm just running a high fever, and I'm shivering. I said, my sites don't hurt, nothing. Well, he said, I saw you today. Your sites don't look infected. Your incision doesn't look infected. You were swollen, but nothing looked infected. Your drain sites, before they were pulled, the fluid looked fine. I don't think it's an infection. I think it could just be some alternate issue. So, what would you normally do? What you would normally do if you were sick? So, my rheumatologist has always told me I could take a higher dose of Tylenol, but just twice a day instead of, the spaced out. So I took a few more Tylenol, and it took a while. My husband made me uncover my feet. I had an ice pack on my head. I had an ice pack on my chest, and I drank some cold drinks. I ate a pudding, and I am finally down to about 100. Now, I am swollen in this garment. I do not know if it is because of lupus. I do not know if it's upper respiratory or if I'm sick. All I know is I left the doctor's office in this garment, able to walk a straight line, uncomfortable. It's hard to breathe. I mean, I'm squeezed in like a sausage, but left and was doing better. Came home, I did change underwear because the underwear I wore older underwear because they said drain sites can seep. So I changed into some, I like the Victoria's Secret no-shows because they have barely any stitching except around like down the butt crack. So there's nothing to rub on my incisions, and they're just more comfortable. And since now the drain sites are pulled, there's 2 gauze patches to catch any drainage. So, yeah, I'm very swollen. I'm extremely uncomfortable. I told him, I said last week I was not swollen. I was flat as a board. You've seen the pictures. I said this week is kind of discouraging. I said because I look pregnant. He said that's very normal because your body's just now realizing what it's going through. So, lucky me, he wants me to start taking pain medicine again because my skin today hurt to touch. I wore a 2 sizes too large t-shirt and very baggy sweatpants and my slippers with, of course, underwear and a sports bra. But anything touching my skin where I was swollen hurt. He also prescribed more muscle relaxers. So Lauren gets to start that again, and I'm not happy because I didn't want that. But he said I need to be comfortable. He also was like, I said, do I still have a lifting restriction? Because, of course, I miss cuddling my baby. My 6.5-year-old knows where to hug me. And he's actually up to, like, boob height. So he knows where to hug me and stuff. But my 2-year-old doesn't understand why mommy can't cuddle with him and pick him up and carry him around. And so I asked, and he said, you were this swollen, you were hurting this bad. Why would I lift your lifting restriction? And I guess that was a silly question, but I'm a mom. It sucks not to be able to love on your kids. And also, like I've said before, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I clean my house every day. I do the dishes every day. I do laundry every day. And I babysit, so I've got to pick up toys every day. And, it's hard not to be able to do stuff. He told me I need to be much easier on my body because I am pushing it. So, yeah. I'm hoping my fever continues to go down. I finally just put on a sports bra, and I am wearing my sweatpants because, like I said, they are crotchless spank things. So, compression garment, not spank things. So, I don't want any, like, accidental crotch hanging outings. You know what I'm getting at. So, there is my update. Hopefully things get better from here. I go back next week on Wednesday again. So hopefully things get better. Hopefully the fever breaks throughout the night. He said if it does not get better, if I'm still running a fever, he wants me to let him know. But I don't know. I also may call my lupus doctor tomorrow if the fever's not better either. Because white blood cell count. So there's my update for after appointment. So yeah, I will try to get some shots in of 2 weeks, but I have to keep this garment on 24/7 unless I am showering or it is in the washer. And so hopefully I'm going to see some improvement. So yeah, that's about it. So I will talk to you all later.